All right, what's up, man? So I got an interesting question. The guy asked me, what's my opinion on the modern idea that life is about money and bitches?" And the way I look at it, it's kind of pathetic, to be honest to you, to a high degree. It's like money and bitches is such a simplistic way of looking at the planet. And I mean, on a primalistic level, I get it. Like, if you're just an animal, all right, then yeah, money and bitches, because it's very simple. But what I kind of realize is, it's like, humans were not made to be so simple. If you want to live in your most animalistic mindset or ideology, then go ahead and do that. I mean, fine, money and bitches, but you're going to go down a realm of pretty much no happiness, because those things are infinitely achievable. What I mean by infinitely achievable is there's no limit to how many bitches and how much money you can accumulate. So by the nature of it, it's almost like a degenerate foundation by which you choose to build your life upon. And the way I look at it, money and bitches are outcomes. They're not something to go and attain. They're not some like great achievement. It's like, if you do things that you're supposed to do in life, those things are kind of like the rewards that come as a byproduct of the productive activity of being a decent human being. So like, I feel very bad for guys who brag about women and the money they make, because it's like, okay, well, congratulations. Like, what about the other guy who has way more money than you, way more women than you? And so I just think people who kind of push that ideology have very low self-esteem and don't think very highly of themselves, that they have to reduce themselves to being nothing more than just a money and bitches guy, which is kind of sad to a degree. So like, the way I look at life is about relationships, man, and growth. How many relationships are you fostering? How many legends are you building? Like, I want to see, what have you done? How many lives have you changed? That's what's more impactful to me. I don't care about dead people's faces on pieces of paper. Like, I mean, congrats, you got a bunch of it, but what is that? What are we talking about here? What I look at is like, man, this guy, like, when I hear people say, this guy changed my life, like, he changed the way I looked at myself. I now value myself more from talking to this person. They gave me a new perspective. I look at that like, hell yeah. Because that's something that can't be measured. Like, how do you put a value on how much you change somebody's life? What is that worth, money-wise? Or somebody who's going to kill themselves and they change their mind because they saw something that you put out in the universe and say, you know what? No, I have a chance to be better. I have a chance to live and do something with my life. Or somebody who's wasting their potential, who was great, but you still know how they can get even further in life by just a couple tweaks or showing them something different. Those are the things that, like, make me fucking well up and feel like pride as a man. I don't care. Once again, like, I live without bitches, I live without money, and I still feel the same. Like, I've had girlfriends, I had times when I don't have girlfriends. I had times when I had a negative money in my account. I had times when I had fucking $100,000 in my account, hypothetically. And all in all those times, the money never made me happier. You know what made me happy is being able to call my phone and be able to talk to somebody who I highly respect, and we just change info. We just dabble up and just conversate, and I learn something. That's what brings me happiness. That's what brings me joy. Teaching, educating, showing people a different way or route to live or to prosper in their life. That's what gets my heart going. Not having a threesome. What the fuck are we talking about? That's little boy speak. That's what you start realizing. A lot of people that live in that bitches and money mind state, that playboy mind state, they're really just sad little boys. They never grew up, and they just trying to hide inadequacies in order to make themselves feel more like a man. But it doesn't do anything. It doesn't help. Because at the end of the day, you gotta look at, what are the relationships I foster. Yeah, I slept with 100 women, but did you have relationships with those 100 women? Like, did they like you? Did they care for you? Or you just stick your dick in anything and just kept moving? So when you think about life like in those terms, it really changes your perspective, and you start to change your value systems. And when you change your value systems, you get different types of rewards and outcomes. And that's the other thing too. When you chase bitches and money, they always come with bad outcomes. When you make, that's the goal. But when you do life and you just are going through, maneuvering, do what you need to do, life never gets boring. Life is always fun. It's always enjoyable.